Welcome to my channel, friends. Today we are going to talk again about the gaps in the fingers. We discussed already about the throughout the whole hand fingers, how they are, how much gap they have, and then individually the thumb and index finger and the Saturn finger. And today we are going to talk about the middle finger and the sun finger. If they both very close, hold together like this in the picture. This is your ring finger or sun finger, and this is your middle finger or Saturn finger. As you can see, they held together and very closely. What does it mean? So now the gap between the middle finger and the ring finger, this is a middle finger, this is a ring finger, is connected with the psychological needs of the owner to the take risks. A closed gap where the fingers seems to hug each other, like in the picture here for sport, shows you are psychologically more risk averse. You don't take much risk. Um, you don't like to take a risk in your life. Okay, so these people are not a risk taker. Okay, and if you have the big gap here, like this one here, you see middle finger, this is your ring finger, and you can see the how big is the gap. So wider the gap, the greater the chances you would normally take financially and emotional risks. A consistent wide gap would mean that you are natural risk taker. And another problem is that so if your ring finger is very long, like this, if your ring finger is longer than your middle finger, then they have the hobby or habit, or uh, they have that. Lust. You would say that to do go for the speculation as well, go for the casino, and they don't make plans for the future. They just live in today's time. Whatever is they're making today, they just spending. They don't make big plans. They don't think about 10 years afterwards what will happen. They just live in today. Not in the past, not in the future. They just live it today. If his big gap is too big and the ring finger is longer than the middle finger. So this is the explanation about those two fingers. Now we will be talking about these two fingers, ring finger and little finger. Okay. So the final gap for consideration is between the ring finger and little finger. This gap depends on one's mood and personal situation. If you have a gap here, this would indicate that you would be very independent in your actions. You will do whatever you want to do. You don't care about the society, don't care about the family. It's not about the good or bad thing, but whatever comes in your mind, you will do. And this it shows some sort of sexual and emotional issues as well in the life. Sometimes it can create problems in your relationship also, husband-wife relationship, girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, any kind of relationship. It always make problem, always create problems. And this gap, you may notice an excess of this space in the hands of actors and performers of all kinds. In the general realm of hand observation, these people have strong inner need to be self-expressive in some personal and independent way. They don't. They have their own thoughts on requirements or needs, and they want to fulfill them, and they don't want. For example, if you are sitting in a big meeting room with 10 people, and one of them has this gap between ring finger and little finger, and you are just doing some speech or some lecture in the and if other people agree with you, and this one person who has a big gap between these two fingers, immediately will stand up and start doing some sort of arguments also. So it makes argumentative as well. So this is the analysis about the ring finger and little finger if the gap is too big gap. Now, another situation is when these two fingers held closely. This is a ring finger and this is a little finger. What happens when these two fingers held closely? Again, what about the little finger hugging the ring finger? The polar opposite will apply to all narrow spaces. Yeah, we could also use the term the narrow the gap. The narrower the gap, the greater the degree of the inhibition the owner will display. The most natural form of emotional self expressions and intimacy will likely feel uncomfortable here. Chances that you may struggle to express this aspect of your life. These people are very much, they are not very open. They always care about the society, about the public. And the good thing is that they are very good salesmen or saleswomen. I mean, they do very good in the sales industry where you have to interact with the people, where you have to convince them, where you have to sell something. They are very good because they only say whatever you want to listen. They wouldn't say anything against you in front of you. And these people have some sort of qualities to change the statements as well. Okay, so this is my analysis about the fingers gap. Hope you have enjoyed these videos. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, and I will try my best to answer your questions. Thank you very much.